Come to a happy place. To nature's warm embrace. Witness the power of faith, fruits of hard work, and protectors of Mother Earth. Unique in every way. Discover something new every day. A small state with big ambitions. And a bigger heart. Mizoram welcomes to love, laughter and celebrations.
Welcome to Delhi. Narrator of umpteen tales. Creator of historic folklore.
Hello and welcome to Match Point, your weekend destination for the biggest stories in the world of sports. This week, cricket takes centre stage once again as India look to bounce back from their test defeats, stepping into friendlier territory with ODI series against South Africa in Ranchi, with Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli still under the spotlight and KL Rahul leading a new-look side. In another major news, Ahmedabad has officially been confirmed as the host city for the 2030 Commonwealth Games, and India is set to push for yoga to be recognized as a medal sport. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Narendra Modi met victorious Indian women's blind cricket team after their historic triumph in the inaugural Blind T20 World Cup. And in football, Portugal scripted history in Qatar, clinching their maiden FIFA Under-17 World Cup title with a hard-fought win over Austria. And this and much more coming up. So let's get started. India returned to ODIs in Ranchi looking for a fresh start after losing the Test Series 0-2. Injuries have forced another change in the leadership with KL Rahul taking the charge and Shubman Gill ruled out. Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli remain central to the India's plans. But big question is who replaces Shreyas Iyer in the middle order. South Africa entered the series with momentum and near full strength despite Rabada's absence. So more in the spot. India returned to limited overs cricket after a difficult few months in test matches. 2 home series defeat, both whitewashes have raised questions. But now the focus shifts firmly to white ball cricket. And it all begins in Ranchi with the first ODI against South Africa. A new start with new challenges for Team India. India come into this series with injuries to both their captains, Shubman Gill and vice-captain Shreyas Iyer. So it's Rahul who leads the side. India's last ODI series was in Australia where they lost 1-2. And the batting looked rusty, which was understandable because they were playing ODI cricket after nearly 9 months. But now the expectation is to produce a smoother and more confident display. As always, attention will be on legendary pair Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. They ended the Australia tour with a brilliant partnership, but Kohli still didn't look completely fluent. Rohit, on the other hand, looked in good touch. Jasasi Jaiswal is likely to open the innings. Rahul could be at number 4, the slot typically occupied by Shreyas Iyer. This reshuffle opens the door for Rishabh Pant, who returns to ODI cricket for the first time since August 2024. But if Tilak Verma comes in, then the place of Pant in the playing 11 is also doubtful. All-rounder Ravindra Jadeja strengthens the middle order, while Nitish Reddy or Washington Sundar will likely feature as the additional batting option. Talking about South Africa, The Proteas too lost their most recent ODI series 1-2 in Pakistan, struggling on slow spinning pitches. But before that, they beat both Australia and England, which shows how strong and consistent this group has been. They shouldn't face the same difficulties in Indian conditions, especially in Ranchi, where the pitch is slow but not turning square. Quinton de Kock has returned in good form and will open with Adrian Markram. And most likely, Bavuma can take his usual number 3 slot. Matthew Breetzke may secure the number 4, and Dewald Brevis bring exciting firepower in the middle order. Ewan Herman and Marco Jensen are expected to follow, though there is still a selection dilemma whether to include Real Rickleton or not. As Ranchi gets ready for exciting cricket, there is everything to play for: confidence, momentum, and an early lead in the 3-match series. Narayan Singh, DD India, Delhi. So it's going to be a big challenge for the India after they lose the test series. So now let's take a look how the Indian player performed against the South Africa in ODIs through these graphics. First, Virat Kohli in 31 matches. If you take his score, 1,504 runs, average 65.39, 5 centuries and 8 half centuries, and highest score is 160 runs. Talking about Rohit Sharma, in 26 matches, that is 25 innings, he scored 106 runs, average 33.58, 3 centuries and 2 half centuries, and highest score is 150, that is in Kanpur in 2015. Talking about the next player, KL Rahul, in 8 matches, he scored 187 runs, average is 27.71, no century and 2 half centuries, and highest score is 55. So he'll look to improve his record this time around on South Africa. And Rishabh Pant, in 3 matches, 101 runs, average is 33.66. So far, no century scored against South Africa, and 50s only 150, and highest score is 85. These are the records against South Africa of the key Indian players. And if you talk about bowlers, Kuldeep Yadav will be in focus. In 13 matches, he has taken 27 wickets, and the average is 16.51, and the economy is 4.56, and best bowling figures are 4 for 18. And Arshdeep Singh, just 3 matches, but a fantastic record, 10 wickets, average is 9.50, and the economy is 3.52, and best bowling figures are 5 for 37. So Arshdeep will be crucial against South Africa for India. And now to break down this big match and the talking points ahead of the first ODI in Ranchi, we are joined by senior sports journalist Vimal Kumar, one of the key voices to analyze Indian cricket, from India's injury setbacks to South Africa's renewed confidence after the test series. Vimal has been tracking every angle of this contest. Vimal, a very warm welcome on Match Point on DD India, and great to have you again on the show. If you talk about this match, as you are in Ranchi, you are following the match. Big names of the Indian cricket, present, past and future, all are assembled in Ranchi, and we also saw how the MS Dhoni hosting the party for our Indian team. So tell something about how the atmosphere is right now in Ranchi, if consider the big names are there.
First of all, thank you so much, Narayan, for having me on your show. And I was actually pleasantly surprised when I came to cover this ODI game. To be honest, I come from Jharkhand. I had never covered an ODI game. In fact, I just covered one test match last year. And the atmosphere is so different, so contrast. And you can imagine why. Maybe obviously India did not do well in the test series. And the big guns were missing. Obviously, they have retired. Rocco, as we say, the entire match has been built around them, Rocco. And what I saw just outside the team hotel yesterday and today, hundreds of people, waiting outside just to get the glimpse when team bus is going there. Same situation in JSCS Stadium outside there. Then the whole night, if you go there, the whole night people are standing in the queue. Everyone is looking for one ticket. There is a black marketing stories. People have been bombarding me with the ticket requests and all that. All this adds up to say that what cricket means to Ranchi. The land of MS Dhoni. So if you talk about cricket fever, it is at its intense best. Yes, last time when Indian team were playing test match, MS Dhoni was not there, but this time he was here and he hosted Virat Kohli. And I remember I met Virat Kohli the other day when he went to Dhoni's house for the dinner. He had told me that he has an evening appointment and he had a great time. In fact, so all in all, the only thing is that whether Dhoni will turn out to watch this game, to see his team India, his old other former teammates performing. That will something interesting. We are not too sure at this stage whether Dhoni will attend the match or not.
So, of all the crowd pullers of the Indian cricket team who pulls the crowd are in Ranchi, Vimal, talking about the Indian captaincy shuffle, it is the forced, as you know, this is India's third international match with a third different captain. How disruptive is this constant leadership change, whether it is due to the injuries or other reasons? What does KL Rahul need to get right immediately as ODI captain after that debacle in the test matches?
I think, see, in an ideal world, maybe yes, you are right that you want a settled leadership like a regular captain and a regular vice captain. But unfortunately, Indian selector decided that Rohit will not continue as ODI captain, so they appointed Shubman Gill. Shreyas Iyer was appointed vice captain. There was no KL Rahul or Rishabh Pant as a vice captain. But unfortunately, both Shreyas Iyer and Shubman Gill, they got injured. Selector had this opportunity. They could have asked Rohit, in that can he continue for one more series? Because this is not something extraordinary. I remember during the Asia Cup when 2018 when Dhoni had quit captaincy and Rohit rested for one game, Dhoni did captain. So I don't think so. If they had decided something, they could have asked Rohit and he could have done that. But maybe they have different logic. So now KL Rahul again, because he has led India in test matches. But suddenly you want that Rishabh Pant, who was the captain in the test match in Guwahati, now suddenly he may not be too sure of his place. So these are the things slightly in terms of leadership. But KL Rahul has been a fantastic player at number 5, the wicketkeeper batsman. He's in a let's just not connect what he did in the test series against South Africa. ODI challenges are entirely different. Wickets are different. Challenges are different. Teams are different. So hopefully this slightly unsettled leadership factor will not harm India much.
Definitely, it's not going to harm much. But talking about the middle order puzzle, with Shreyas Iyer injured and Gill also ruled out, how big a concern is India's reshuffled batting core? And between Ruturaj Gaikwad and Rishabh Pant, who looks the better fit for the number 4 role if we talk about this match? And definitely, if you take a look, there are multiple options too. There is Harshit Rana is there, Nitish Kumar Reddy is there. So do you think that is a big selectors big problem for not only the team management to pick the best 11, the position of the, as you mentioned, Rishabh Pant is also not totally, he will be there in the spot or not. So how do you look this middle order or the puzzle that Indian cricket right now faces?
I think yes, that's a dilemma because at the same time it is a issue of combination, but huge opportunity for a couple of players. Like say someone like Yashasvi Jaiswal, he has been terrific in Test cricket, ever 50+ average, but he has not got chances in ODI cricket. Now Shubman Gill is injured. He gets the opportunity to open with Rohit Sharma, his former captain, and this left-right combination. Remember, Jaiswal was part of the T20 World Cup in 2024. So bigger. Similarly, you can say the first time Tilak Verma has got his opportunity and he's being seen as next big talent capable of performing in all 3 formats. So he has got the opportunity because Shreyas Iyer is not there. Rishabh Pant has got comeback opportunity because the number 1 wicketkeeper batsman is KL Rahul in ODI format. Then there is Dhruv Jurel, Sanju Samson, who got 100 in South Africa against South Africa, but he's not part of the setup. There is a lot of competition among wicketkeeper batsmen because there is no Ishan Kishan there as well. So he will be there. So competition there, so many options, and obviously Dhruv Jurel is there as we speak. Nitish Kumar Reddy, who didn't have the great Test series, he would be trying to shut all the critics what they have been writing and talking about him. So overall, yes, one can sense this Indian team slightly looks under pressure because South Africa is very confident. They thrashed India in the Test series, but one ODI cricket is a different challenge. So India would like to win
Right.
this series, and Ranchi should be, some sort of turnaround for this Indian cricket team.
Definitely, as you mentioned, there will be some turnaround for the Indian cricket team this Ranchi ODI match after a thrashing in the home series against South Africa in the test matches. Thanks so much for joining us and giving a valuable perspective of this ODI match between India and South Africa in Ranchi. Thanks a lot. Now, shifting focus to Women's Premier League, a total of rupees 40.8 crore was spent as the Women's Premier League team secured 67 players from 277 who went under hammer at the Women's Premier League mega auction. Here, let's take a look at the most expensive player in the auction. First, let's take a look the India's Dipti Sharma. She was bought by UP Warriors, retained by right to match card. She's all-rounder and bought for 3.2 crore to 20 crores. And talking about the next player, the Amila Kher, bought by Mumbai Indians as an all-rounder, price of 3 crore. And it's, we can say, the good buy for the Mumbai Indians. And the next player is Shikha Pandey, bought by UP Warriors. She's plays as an all-rounder too, but sometimes as a bowler, specialist bowler, at a whopping price of 2.40 crores. And some expert also surprised with this much of money she is getting. And Sophie Devine, Gujarat Titans, she's a player as an all-rounder and a price of 2 crore. And next player is Meg Lanning, bought by UP Warriors for a price of now 1.90 crore. So Meg Lanning definitely has expertise, will help the franchisee UP Warriors. And the next one is Sri Charni, bought by Delhi Capitals, the all-rounder, bought for 1.3 crore. So a big, we can say that Sri Charni, the kind of performance she delivered in the ODI World Cup, definitely she will help her franchisee. And Phoebe Litchfield of Australia, bought by UP Warriors for a price of 1.20 crore. So UP Warriors, just one of the big buyer in this mega auction of the IPL. Now, shifting focus to some stories from the multi-sports event, India's long-anticipated bid to host the 2030 Commonwealth Games received formal approval this week at the Commonwealth Sports General Assembly in Glasgow. Ahmedabad will host the Commonwealth Games in 2030. India will host the Games after a gap of 20 years, having last hosted in 2010 in Delhi. Report by DD India.
Delighted to confirm that India, Ahmedabad, is hereby duly appointed by unanimous resolution as the host of the 2030 Games.
India's sporting story has turned a glorious new page. The country has officially been chosen to host the 2030 Commonwealth Games. The announcement came on Wednesday at the Commonwealth Sports General Assembly in Glasgow, marking a key milestone in India's journey toward becoming a global multi-sport hub. Ahmedabad has been selected as the host city, reflecting its rapidly expanding sports infrastructure and growing capacity to handle major international competitions. This will be India's second time hosting the prestigious event, the first being in 2010. Taking to social media platform X, Prime Minister Narendra Modi also expressed his admiration. He wrote, "Delighted that India has won the bid to host the Centenary Commonwealth Games 2030. Congratulations to the people of India and the sporting ecosystem. It is our collective commitment and spirit of sportsmanship that has placed India firmly on the global sporting map. With the ethos of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, we are eager to be celebrating these historic games with great enthusiasm. We look forward to welcoming the world." Unquote. Meanwhile, in India, a celebratory event was held at the Major Dhyan Chand Stadium, which was attended by Sports Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia, members of the IOA and athletes.
हम भारतीयों के लिए गौरव की बात है कि इस 2030 में 100वीं कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स हैं और हमारे लिए ये गेम्स भारत में आयोजित हो रही है, इसलिए मुझे विशेष गर्व भी है, खुशी भी है। दोस्तों, मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में स्पोर्ट्स सेक्टर बदल रहा है। पिछले एक दशक में देश के अलग अलग 18 से अधिक सिटी में 22 से अधिक बड़ी टूर्नामेंट का आयोजन हुआ है।
Ahmedabad's bid to host the Commonwealth Games had received a significant boost last month when the executive board proposed Gujarat's city as host for the 2030 Centenary Games. It will mark 100 years since the inaugural Commonwealth Games held in Hamilton, Canada in 1930. In recent months, Ahmedabad has successfully hosted events like the Commonwealth Weightlifting Championships, Asian Aquatics Championships, and the AFC Under-17 Asian Cup qualifiers. A major catalyst in this transformation is the upcoming Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel Sports Enclave. The world-class complex will feature an aquatic center, a football stadium, indoor arenas, and the iconic Narendra Modi Stadium.
As India opens its door to the Commonwealth Games 2030, it is not just preparing stadiums and facilities, it's building belief, ambition and future where global sports finds a second home. With camera person Jena, Narayan Singh, DD India, Delhi. A ceremony to felicitate India's women's blind cricket team winners of the inaugural Blind Women's T20 World Cup was organized at the Modern School, Barakhamba Road in New Delhi. India made history by winning the first Women's T20 World Cup for the blind, beating Nepal by 7 wickets in the final. The felicitation ceremony was graced by Meenakshi Lekhi, chairperson of the organizing committee, Ambika Pant, Board of Trustees, Modern School Society, Dr. Vijay Datta, Principal, Modern School. Modern School was a home for the Indian women's blind cricket team, providing its grounds for their training sessions and matches for the first Women's T20 World Cup for blind.
People with two difficulties have made it possible. It's a moment of pride for the whole of nation. When the entire country comes together, this is what we get, and no achievement can happen by one person. There's always a team, and I'm grateful to everyone who came forward to help, including Modern Barakhamba, who gave us the ground, who looked after the girls. Principal treated them as one of their own. So we all are so proud because we are part of that journey. Of course, achievers are our girls who have performed so beautifully and so well that it's amazing to see them perform.
We have defeated all the countries and we just won the World Cup. I'm really happy. First time World Cup we have done in India. India has hosted the World Cup and we are the one who is hosting, and we have got the cup to our home. So we defeated all the countries and we came back to our home. Special thanks to everyone who is supporting.
They have been winners right from the word go, in the sense that they have been practicing hard and with a very positive disposition. So I think that made all the difference. And I've seen their journey. They were very gingerly, very, say, hesitant to begin with, but they became confident as they grew by. The atmosphere helped them very much. The children of the school, students of the school, they interacted constantly, and I think together it's been a beautiful symbiosis between the school, the sportability, and of course the visually challenged girls team.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi met the Indian women's blind cricket team, which won the T20 World Cup. PM Modi offered sweets and interacted with the players at his residence in New Delhi. The Indian team created history by winning the first ever T20 World Cup for blind, defeating Nepal by 7 wickets in the final. The Indian team, led by captain Deepika TC, remained undefeated throughout the tournament, displaying teamwork, resilience and excellence. And that brings us the end of this week's Match Point. We will continue tracking every major sporting story from cricket to the field of footballs and other sports arena. So thanks for watching. Until next week, stay fit and stay inspired and keep celebrating the spirit of sports. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.